Так, ну что ж, ребятки, всем привет, с вами Артурион. Сегодня мы продолжим прохождение нашего замечательного детектива. Вот. Подрубил чуть-чуть пораньше, на пару минуток, дабы проверить, все ли работает, все ли хорошо. Просто последний раз, когда мы играли, у нас игра сказала нам хватит, короче, и сама вышла из себя. Вот. Так что как-то вот так вот. Ну, вроде все сохранилось, вроде все нормально. Так, на чекнуть, что у нас на блокноте. Места. Ну все, нормально. Все хорошо, да? Звук, картинка, все нормально. Игра меня не перебивает, а то мне кажется, она что-то громко как-то. Так, мы не ответили диспетчеру. Привет, Максим. Мне нужны будут подсказки, так что если кто-то может это самое подсказать, то подскажите. А то у меня не всегда получается правильно отвечать, а иногда это может загубить дело. Игру, в смысле, да, саму? Так. Настройки. Звук. Вот так вот сделаем тогда. Музыка у нас выключена, диалоги оставим такие. Но если тихо будет, скажете. Тихо, аккуратненько. Вот так вот. Опа. Что-то едем, все не приедем. У нас тут гонка стоит наша. Мы ее уже открывали. Вон она. Ой, я не знаю, почему она стоит. Я менял. Что-то я не видел такой машины до этого. Ну вот. Боевик. Опа. Ну, мы открывали эту машину уже. Но? Долго напарник соображает. Будем шуршать на такой. Пусть такая будет служебная. Так, долго ли нам еще ехать? По крайней мере... Ё-моё. Более или менее управляемая машина. Еще от некоторых. Ну, не от некоторых, а от остальных. Вот остальные это вообще что-то какие-то неуправляемые. GMC. Да, GMC. То есть это не Chevrolet, GMC. Надеюсь. Такие они вообще деревянные, конечно. Это что-то с чем-то. Ой.
Just go easy, Phelps.
Снесли. Ядрение фени, почтовый ящик там какой-то.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
Нам нужно осмотреть дом. Этот как не придет, сразу курить начинает. Садится и сразу курит. Дали нам напарничка. Опачи. Ну-ка, что у нас тут? Наручные часы. Возможно, те самые, которые сняли с нее. Угу.
No sign of a wedding ring.
Обручальное колечко. Так, а почему не добавилась надпись, что это? Походу дела добавилась, просто не отобразилась никак. Ну и все. Так, здесь мы все нашли. Но убийца точно не тот тип, которого мы поймали в прошлом деле. Потому что характер убийства такой же, как и до этого, но маньяк-то тут сидит якобы. Ясно, не крутится. А, вот скрипка. Ясно, не имеет никакого отношения к делу. Ну, морковь что точно не имеет никакого отношения к делу с овощами, там, с другими. Так. Ну, он хоть начал что-то комментировать, хотя бы это уже радует. Тут записка. Вот здесь тоже записка еще одна.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Тут, скорее всего, наверное, список продуктов, наверное. Может, на заднем дворе что-нибудь есть? А, сходить. Газета. Не, газета не будет находить. Так, ну в этой комнате мы были. Так, здесь они сидят. Или все уже? Все, наверное.
Any ideas?
Everything in this house is evidence. Take a look around.
Не прочел. Титры их.
Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
Так, пропавшие часы и кольца. Так, последний контакт с жертвой. Наверное, надо спросить сначала, когда последний раз видел. Видела, точнее.
When did you last
Девочка,
see your mother?
дочь ее.
Yesterday afternoon.
Хотя он какой-то нетактичный.
I went to a dance at
Надо было у него сначала
High.
позадать вопрос, а потом сказать, что она умерла.
Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
Я все прослушал. Так, новое место. Какая-то там школа. Так, значит, когда ты видела маму последний раз? Вчера днем. Я пошла так на танцы в школу там такую-то. Мама собиралась меня забрать, но так и не приехала. Что произошло потом? Я расстроилась, потом приехал папа. Ага. Папа в числе подозреваемых. Правда?
And did he come and get you?
Ой, неправда.
Of
Простите
course.
меня за мой французский.
Some boys offered me a ride home, but that's not the right thing to do.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Неправильно. А как? Блин, помощников-то нету. Главные помощники пропали где-то. Как мне
Wait.
переиграть?
Perhaps there's more I can tell you.
Как мне переиграть? Заново. Недостаточно улик собрал. Буду заново все собирать. Миссия сейчас, наверное, заново начнется, да? Но зашибись, короче. Зачем я нажал заново? Зачем она, точнее, начала и заново вообще вся проходиться? С последнего чекпоинта нельзя, что ли? Ешки-матрешки. Все запорол, короче. Но я не понимаю, серьезно не понимаю. Но как она может врать, да, если у нее убили маму, там все это же логично, да. Зачем она врет? Значит, посадить ее на пожизненно тоже. Бесит меня все.
Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Now there's an oxymoron for you.
Просто что-то, я не знаю, то ли игра сломанная, то ли что. А почему-то ну, не показывает то, что физиономия врет у нее.
You're behind the wheel.
Она должна показывать, что врет физиономия, а она не врет. Ну, не показывает, точнее. У нее вообще статичное лицо. Сломано, наверное.
Did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
And no assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right.
А где быстрое перемещение? Почему мы едем?
You might get along after all.
Я же говорю, игра сломанная. Сломалась.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case. Fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain,
Alonzo
aren't there
Mendes.
similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't
matter?
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to be that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Так, ну мы знаем, что девочка точно лжет.
Detective, I was first on scene.
we get any closer?
Учитель и родитель.
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
Деньги надо было посмотреть, потому что этот... Чтобы он типа мотив ограбления там исключил.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
Officer Gonzalez, badge 994. Victim a white female, Jane Doe on Hill Street. Possible ID of Deidre Mahler. Can you run through the name and give me the details?
Look at your markers. Very
Distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Reported by who?
looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Thanks very much for your help.
Так, и на том... На той руке должен быть этот след. От кольца, я все помню.
What's this mark? A cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
Пропавшие драгоценности. Да нет же.
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
Так, ну все, мы все осмотрели.
RNI says that Deidre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
Ну все, здесь по идее ничего не должно быть вроде, если я не ошибаюсь. Бутылка нам не интересна. Все, тут вроде ничего больше не было, если я не ошибаюсь.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Да, действительно, это мусор обычный. Погнали так что.
All these cars, gotta be something big, right?
You've got to be kidding. We're driving this?
Садись, напарник. Ну садись же, ну. Толстый, такой тупой вообще. Дали мне напарничка. Ёшкин кот.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
It doesn't work out then.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman,
Чуть
wasn't
лавку не
she?
снесли.
Well, around about my third
Да тихо
divorce,
ты.
I realized women
Видали, как
cannot be
он сам
pure
бросался
angels
под
you
колеса?
imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is
Одностороннее, что ли?
If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
Ну почти получилось. Идти поворот. Нормально. Не знаю, как они повезут тело. Мы забрали у них транспорт. Давай, разгоняйся быстрее. Но, о, нормально. Надо было тоже быстрым перемещением. Быстрее, получается. Даже если они там диалогают.
I don't know about you, but I feel more comfortable with the siren. What do you think?
Ну так, полегче. Вроде ничего не сломали, нормально. Ну, нормально, нормально. Как? Туда нам надо, да? Так вот. Автобус так и не попробовал взять. Если надо не взять автобус. Так, нам надо туда уехать, на главную улицу. Дом Моллеров. Маляров. Тут, в принципе, из зацепок только получается 2 коробочки и все. Больше нет ничего.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
Хотя...
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Здесь надо посмотреть еще. Все, вроде больше нет ничего. Мы остальной дом мы весь проверили. Здесь только вот это проверим.
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
Ну все остальной дом можно не смотреть
Sign of
даже.
a wedding ring.
А, ботинки, о.
Work boots. Size 8.
Угу. Сорок первого размера как раз сходится. Может быть, он все-таки убийца? Маньяк.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Could try.
Так.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Так.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Так, я все пропустил. Так, ну вот он спрашивает, типа, драгоценности твоей матери пропали, можешь описать, что у нее было? Так, кольцо, часы. Не обращала внимания на них. Может быть, первое, может, она и не врет?
I know it's painful, Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, the yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Так, отношения
Your
между
mom and
ними.
dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Сомнения?
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once.
Перезагрузка миссии помогла. У нее, вот, ну, нормально, то есть можно
Or
понять по
brooch
нему.
pin to make up for it. Mommy always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
О,
Hey!
батон пришел.
Daddy, the
Go
police
to your
are
room, please,
here.
Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What the... But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Так, следы на месте преступления, так.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Mueller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
42-й. Он лжет.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Mueller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
Так, заявление об исчезновении, так, Дейры. Дейдры. Ну и имя, блин, язык сломаешь.
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Показания сходятся. Так, а как он точно ответил? Девочка нам не сказала время-то. Сомнение, наверное. Или истина. Давайте сомнение попробуем.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
Так, алиби, где он был?
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Так, сомнение.
You got any way of confirming this
неправильно.
story of yours?
Неправильно.
You son of a bitch. You come here making all these accusations.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
I think you set this up, Hugo.
Да опять неправильно. Он же глазами там ёрзал. Ну видно же, что он...
Followed your wife and murdered her.
You're out of your mind coming in here making accusations like that. Come out into the yard and I'll make you take that back, mister.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
Я все неправильно делаю. Мне нужен подсказчик срочно.
One, we need to break his alibi. Check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in LA. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just...
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Так, мы отстали от него. У нас жирный напарник опять машину ездить не умеет водить.
Enough running, Hugo! Hands where we can see them. This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central.
Ничего, мне кажется, уже не объяснит на самом деле.
We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't know what's home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Не-не, братиш, ты не в ту машину садись. О! Жирный полудурок. Видит же, я сюда сел.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Go ahead, detective unit.
Can we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Inform detective.
Ладно, короче, поедем на этой. В этой рации есть.
Police forward downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
Не, ну вы видели, он целенаправленно пошел туда и сел в ту
Cole
машину.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Служебную.
How can I help, detective?
Чем могу помочь, детектив?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Checking for you, detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks.
Поехали.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, Phelps. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some lives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor.
Их интересно, были хулиганы, которые звонили напрямую сразу в полицию?
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try
Эти
this one
таксофоны-то
besides. Rusty's razor.
так стоят
You
прям.
blame the guy that's banging her. Gently.
Трюк не удался.
Of course. The
Машину
famous
занесло
Lex
сильно.
ignoramus.
Close his case.
Saturday's the spring unveiling, Emmy. It's the first season since fabric rationing's over. We have to go. I told you I can't Saturday. I'm busy. Busy where? You're going on another drive
Так,
with
снова так.
Gardner, aren't you?
Бла-бла-бла.
So what if I am?
Опа-на.
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Стоять, бояться. На велосипеде нельзя, да? Бочки еще пнет. Не пнул. Думал, в машине поедет сейчас. Такой типа остановился со свистом. Давай, 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 давай. Опа! Поймали. На этот раз я не затупил.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor. A green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K, code 2.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaky motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
Брошка.
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep trouble. Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Угу. Это типа вот эта машина, что ли? Опачи, веревка.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here. The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
Угу. Все. Кто-то отправится за решетку. Ну беги ты быстрее-то. Ну ладно. Тут какой-то двойной, красно-синий какой-то.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thank you.
Так, вернуться в центральное отделение для допроса подозреваемых. Так, надо вернуться туда еще, посмотреть, там может что-то вокруг машины есть интересное. А мы не можем в нее сесть, да? Опа! А, это вот багажник, ладно. На этой, на гоночной, наверное, поедем. Что-то мне она нравится.
I say we make Rooney for this.
Сначала съездим
I
в
think
морг.
we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
I don't know about this. My gut says Mueller. We caught him trying to destroy evidence in his backyard, and that was his
Да,
car.
через низ вот так вот проедем.
I never said it wasn't Mueller. Hell, he probably
Морг-то
killed
должен
his
в
wife.
отделении
Find
полиции
that poor
находиться,
kid
по
with
идее.
Mueller.
Ну,
But
по
he's
сути, сейчас
not in
двух
immediate
зайцев
danger to anyone else.
одной поездкой.
Rooney's a threat to every kid at Belmont.
He's a peeper rusher.
Нет!
Pick him up for something else.
You really want to run that risk?
Ежики в тумане. А я на гражданских езжу, а не могу от диспетчера принять вызов. Вот так вот, если что там вдруг. Типа темно стало, из-за этого фары включились. Типа ночь. Что-то ночь какая-то не ночная. Так, а где я въезд-то? Копа-полис, да, копа-полис.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
И что? Ну.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Mueller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Так, и что нам делать? Выходит, нам теперь надо в этот, что ли, идти? Ехать. Участок? Аккуратненько.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
No, you don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full
Надеюсь,
of
просто
corpses.
прямой.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
А, ну вот, сами припарковались.
You better not go soft on
I
me.
mean, you know you made it if you got that.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest. Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Так. Уничтожение улик.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Are you going to tell me what I want to know?
Неправильно.
Or do we have to take it out of you in lumps?
Помощников нету, извините. Буду отмечать,
Give it your
как
best
умею.
shot. I can take whatever you're throwing.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the Army.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the Army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the Army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Wait.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
What color are your overalls?
Green. We all wear green. It's our company policy.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're gonna die for this, Mueller. Better give me something if I'm gonna believe your story.
My conscience is clear. You can't badger me into admitting anything.
Третий, возможно, надо было выбрать. Ну ладно. Моя их не понимать.
Bum took a swipe at me. Put him down in my sap. Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down one round.
Bust in there and find the goddamn method.
Boys, you've really come through this time, haven't you?
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
How long is this gonna take?
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Любая веревка сгодится. То есть...
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer Magay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie hitching braid. It stays tied.
Так.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Лжет, у нас брошка есть.
You're a liar, Eli. You needed the money, so you killed her.
I've been around some, son. You got some evidence that proves I stole that butterfly from that woman? I done told you I found that pretty thing. I never stole it.
I don't like you, Eli. I think you're an evil man. I think you try to pass off your pain to other people.
Короче, не понимаю. Все правильно сделал, но ничего не правильно. Пишите потом, что я неправильно сделал.
You can count on it, shitbird. By the way, Eli, the captain and the hat squad would like to talk to you next. Any idea what they might want to talk about?
That's the guy. Detective, that's him. That's the guy who parked the car, I'm sure of it. Hey, he's getting away!
That's not true. I can't go to jail.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
Надо было чуть-чуть его.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Ну почти получилось же, но куда, Артуха, ты едешь-то, алло? Привет, Андрей.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Сбил его трамвай, наконец-то.
It ends here, Hugo. Once we get the janitor's statement, you'll be staring down a murder charge. Put your hands in the air!
Руки вверх. Быстро. Опасно.
I have to say I'm disappointed. I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad. Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police work. Your next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
Халатно дело закрыли. Сейчас отойду и вернусь.
Phelps, we captured 2 regular army. Lieutenant! Phelps, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank. I'm in charge here, Metier! Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen? They're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There is no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Get this, Golden Boy actually seems to know what he's doing.
あなた方の会社と名前を名乗ってください。第44大部隊所属兵だ。キスマ何様だと思ってるんだ。
See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we are fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the US because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Ah, Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, it's my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
Я все просмотрел, но да и ладно, все равно. Мы халатно закрыли дело. Но вряд ли это тот тип убил ее. Мало у него мотивов было. На самом деле для убийства.
You have the address?
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, Phelps. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah. It means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
Тут, наверное, стоит
that ain't a
повернуть.
bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, Phelps.
Заехали на парковку, а выезда с нее нету. Дальше, сквозного. А, чуть дальше там что-то. О, вижу. Переулки где-то, да?
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
И снова женщина, короче, там, да? Снова голая. Угу.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Carruthers, Pinker.
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you when you're ready.
lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
Only 21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
Kiss the blood, BD. Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails.
Ну что, в твоей руке больше нет ничего, что ли? Какая-то записка? Руку он смотреть не выйдет?
The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered,
Yeah, we know the M.O. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
Носочек.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
Это коробка из-под печенья.
I'm not kidding, Phelps. Come see. Now.
May as well follow the trail.
Phelps, you'll want to come and take a look at this.
Ляпа.
Antonia. Huh. Same as the library card.
Это ничего к делу не относится. Ну все, надо идти тогда отсюда. Наконец-то мы на грузовике на этом поездим. Или не поездим. Запертый. Почему напарник у нас там остался? Опа.
On it goes.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
Угу.
House keys strung up like bait on a hook.
Висит как наживка, говорит. От 5-й квартиры.
That's got to be a code or a cipher.
Точечное изображение. Угу.
You think he's trying to lead us somewhere?
Probably.
Думаю, когда-то он пытался нас привести. Надо посмотреть, возможно, здесь где-то вход есть в это здание. Тогда надо 5-ю квартиру найти в этом здании.
I heard this is a triple homicide. Is that true?
Но входа-то нет нигде в это здание.
Detectives?
Это может быть.
Cops. Follow
Gotta be something big, right?
Where's Pedro?
Опачи. Угу.
Hey,
where are you taking us?
Угу. Еще одно.
Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
Угу. Играет. Маньяк играет. Колечко. Жертвы.
Pulled from the finger and hung up here. What's the significance?
Ну вот и сумочка тут. Вторая половина.
Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Ой, этот
Really wants us to find.
товарищ примчался уже сюда. Так, нет, пусть он ведет машину. Нет, бро, не.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Давай, вези меня,
It
дружище.
was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get him, we've closed the case.
Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques.
Это что-то, блин, я весь город
But doesn't the
раздолбаю,
DA
пока
require
езжу.
sound casework before he'll close the book?
Not if he's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting those.
I'm sure.
Колесо как колбасится, на машину поменять, а то отвалится на ходу.
Wait just a moment.
Just a moment.
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPente, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives.
Ну, бабуся-то точно это самое. Не убивца.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive.
Была такая живая. А теперь многоточие.
Antonia's room is
Комната
upstairs.
Антонии, так, наверху, так, последняя дверь, там, бла-бла-бла. Мы ненадолго, так, ладно. Мэм, простите, мы на минуточку.
What are we waiting for?
Надо вниз идти. Так, еще разочек. Где она? Журнал. Последняя дверь слева.
Hey, Cole, get moving.
Наверх, что ли, надо идти? Ну да, вот она. Пятая.
Will you look at that? Someone's turned the place over.
Okay, we have an address.
Письмо от адвоката, так. Типа, муж? Ну фиг... Нет. Я-то знаю, что это нифига, это не эти, кого мы ловим. Нам надо козлов отпущения найти просто.
The charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
Ну, почти.
A smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
You know how I feel about windows, Phelps.
Куда ты обратно-то полез, отец?
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
Угу. Надо посмотреть, может тут что-нибудь есть еще. Машина, допустим, это подозрительная, да? Хотя... Надо возвращаться обратно. Тут все сломано, мы тут вроде все посмотрели. Так, надо с бабусякой теперь потрещать. Так, мэм.
Yes, detective.
Постараюсь вам помочь. Следы взлома надо спросить, знает ли.
You've had a break-in?
No. That can't be true.
The window's
Да опять
broken, the room's been
неправильно, ну, ёб
tossed.
твою мать.
You seem like the type of landlady
Ну
who
как
notices
так-то, а?
everything that happens under her roof. What gives?
Ну у нее же глаза бегали, ну вверх-вниз, она же переживала, сидела же.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife that served me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
Блядь. Все, улетело что-то у меня.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
Так.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
Come on, Mrs. Lepenti, you must have some idea.
Неправильно опять. Ну вот как вот здесь отвечать? Та же самая реакция, вот, а ответы разные. А смотрит она одинаково, ведет себя точнее.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
Странно, но кольцо же у нее было на пальце, а медальона мы не видели.
We didn't find any jewelry upstairs. You haven't pocketed any evidence, have you?
That's outrageous. Are you accusing me of theft?
А тут же как-то можно было переиграть-то, нет?
We're hunting a killer, madam. I would have expected a little more cooperation.
I've said it
Я
right
не
from the
понимаю.
start. We should come down hard on the husband. Let's check his place out.
Ладно, насрать. Отыграем, как отыграем. Какие-то вопросы он задает неправильные.
Whoa there!
Подгорает просто немножко уже, я не знаю.
I've been through three.
Cole, come on!
I've been through three. No big deal. After a while, you just numb yourself to the experience.
But Angel, he's a young Latino man.
Hey!
А машина как новенькая стоит. А какая машина-то у него? Ой, машина, квартира. Я же не знаю. Как я его найду?
Damn it. I need to go around to the front.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest. I got 100.
Now look, I don't want no trouble, see? I got you.
Вырубил. Вырубил. Этого мы еще помутузим немножко.
Damn, they got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the
Толстый,
apartment
как всегда,
building
шляпу
330
потерял.
North Hill Street. Two suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, goddammit! You think I'd kill my own wife?
We should get the whole place to going over, then talk to the neighbors.
Опросить
And Phelps,
соседей.
I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
Nothing significant.
Угу.
This will take some explaining.
Угу. Кому-то придется это объяснить. Зависла? Игруля? Не зависла.
Just picked fruit market.
Mm.
I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
Mm. Фрукты свежие, да.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Воняют, значит, на всю улицу они.
No good. Nobody here.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
Угу. Ну, а ехать на рынок, получается, сейчас. На этот, овощной.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in. Car 11K, car 11K, come in.
Так это же мы, К-11.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finnis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
11K, en route.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
Slow and steady, come on! Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
Может, позже приедем, закрыто, типа, бла-бла-бла. И что делать? На туре позже приехать, что ли?
Get this morning's edition hot off the press.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case.
Что-то неохота ездить туда-сюда.
Road has socks in it for you.
Ладно, поехали в отделение.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Ну?
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Hey, I gave his
You gonna
wife
go
a
downstairs
tap.
and see
I said
Darnley or
all's
what?
fair in love and war.
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
А где они нас ждут-то? Не понял.
I thought this was such a nice
Yeah, I'm
area.
thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
See him? I saw his picture. He worked that case with the lady cut up like the value. Hey, don't mind me.
Ну, а здесь, что ли?
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
His information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all the fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
Goddamn Harry thinks you could get fresh whenever he pleases.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
Obnoxious oaf. Sir? Are you a spy? Heavens defend thee!
Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
You think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nut job's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley. Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
I'm gonna make him take me to
Наверх надо подниматься, значит, да? Для допроса, получается.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Let me guess.
Где он? В рум 2 сидит, наверное. Здесь, наверное. No.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
Так, последний
So
контакт
your wife
жертвы.
paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
Я не понял, во сколько она там вышла-то. Где? Вот, уложил спать, вы видели мисс. Да что он ей задал? Ой, он ему задал.
What time did she leave?
Да как нет-то? Вот как нет? Ну, а как отмену нажать, а?
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
You didn't want anyone else.
Опять неправильно.
Like the idea of other men fucking
Ладно,
wife,
бог с ним.
Slipping
Будем
into
как
her.
будем.
The idea that
Я
she
не
might
понимаю,
like
потому
it.
что, ну серьезно, не понимаете.
Easy there, Angel
Вот,
boy.
ну мимику вот эту вот, она не знаю, вот, ну как? Как? Я не знаю, не понимаю. Не понимаю вообще эту мимику. Вот у некоторых нормально нарисовано, а вот здесь вообще, ну прям, я не знаю. А вообще абсолютно не та,
When we
которая
found
должна
your
быть.
wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Короче, на рынок надо ехать.
Guy gave his wife a tat. I said, "Oh,
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Ну, на рынке мы были, там он закрытый был, так что поехали в бар, короче.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to girls who've been out drinking?
No, no. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. It's a sad story, but this town's seen it play out 1,000 times, Cole.
Why don't you want to see a connection here?
Because there are perfectly good real-life suspects for every one of these murders. We don't need to go looking for the monster under the bed.
Так, ну мы приехали, вот, допустим, приехали, да? Так, а где магазин? Бар, точнее, вон он, бар.
He drove me up to Mulholland and we did some necking.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
На.
waitress.
Опа.
Can I have another spoon?
Say, honey, what time do you get off waiting tables?
Не работает. Угу.
I think he's a bit of a gangster.
Да? Ну мы приехали сюда, и чё?
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
Ну вот он. Дорадо. Эльдорадо.
He drove me up to Mulholland and we did some...
И? Чё?
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
A waitress! Can I have another spoon? Say, honey, what time do you get off waiting tables?
Where's that goddamn waitress?
Чё-то я не понимаю. Ну, поехали на рынок, ладно.
Egg running.
Так, это что это? Место преступления. Там труп. Ну. Ты кто? А где рынок-то, я не понимаю. Вот он.
What's your read on Maldonado?
I still like him for it. Seriously, that line about the guy at the...
Короче, в бар не надо было ехать. Надо было ехать на рынок. Мы были просто на рынке, но ничего не произошло. Ща приду. Ну... Надо здесь кого-то найти, короче. Типа какого-то, который смотрел на его жену все.
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney, what can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
Так, контакты с жертвой,
The young
допустим.
lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
Ну.
She looked like she was having a good night.
Звучит как правда, но это ложь.
Hard to tell. Might have just been the booze that was making her seem maudlin.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
I just don't know how to dance to bebop.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Орудие убийства. Опачи.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. You must have seen it during the war.
Вот и печатная машинка.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
А я помню. Или не помню. Два, пять, три. Два. О. Ага. Медальон этот. И еще что-то.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
Опа, опять погоня. Погоня на машинах. За GMC будем гоняться.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Люди. Осторожно, едет полицай.
You should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Давай, стреляй.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
Куда они бегут? Под колеса прям. Вы видели?
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
Он все равно рано или поздно дубасится куда-нибудь.
I'll try to bust his tires.
Опа, пикап так нельзя. Легко так. Опа, колесо пробили ему.
Clean this asshole off the road.
Show me your hands.
Остановили его. Стоять, бояться.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
Ящик взял такой себе. А что, все равно никто не узнает, да, сколько там было всего? Тем более начальник полиции. Ну, неплохо.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up. Yeah, they do at that. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads. How can we fail, Skip, with the Shadow leading the show? Who the fuck is the Shadow? Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming. Sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
Снова убийство.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have come.
Давайте мы, наверное, на этом закончим стрим.
Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
Вот. Не это самое. Продолжим потом. Наш детективчик. Надеюсь, там еще много осталось. Вот. Ну что ж, ребятки, всем большое спасибо за внимание. Вот. Те, кто первый на канале, подписывайтесь. Вступайте в группу ВКонтакте, ссылка есть в описании. И предлагайте свои игры для прохождения. Всем удачи!